It is the morning programme. I'm Rowan Hand. The greatest joy to be joined in studio this morning by Mario Siotto.
Good morning to you all.
It's nice to see you, Mario. Thanks for coming in. Mario is a man of Italy, as you will have guessed, and also a man that you may not know, works constantly with the St. Vincent de Paul in Newry, is a member of that society, and is responsible for being part and parcel of the development of the St. Vincent de Paul restaurant on Mill Street in Newry. It goes back a little while.
Well, I wouldn't call it really a restaurant, but a facility in which people can come and have something to eat.
Yes. And
especially if they are short of change or for whichever reason.
Yeah.
You know, we are there for those in need.
I think I was calling it a restaurant, recognizing the standard of your cuisine.
Which,
being
that's
Italian,
a huge compliment.
I
thank you very much. I really do my best to offer the best for everyone, as on St. Vincent de Paul tradition.
Yes. Were you aware in Italy, as a boy growing up and as a younger man, were you aware of the goodness of Vincent de Paul?
Actually, I wasn't.
Yeah.
My background did not, fortunately for me, and unfortunately for others, that now I understand, did not get me close to some situation in which I could not really appreciate the job and the dedication of societies like St. Vincent de Paul.
Yes.
And now that it is really great to be amongst people that are really there, dedicating their time to help those in need. It's really, they are an inspiration to me, especially the members of our conference. They are absolutely fantastic. To be with and to work with.
There are people who go out twice a week, once a week, and they're out visiting people in their homes and looking after them.
They do. According to St. Vincent de Paul tradition, that's what they do. The visitation is very important. First of all, for the human touch. That is important for us to communicate to others that we are there. We are there ready to help. Direct help, whichever that means. It could be financial. Most of the time it is, but we are there to help. We are there to make the people in need feel that our door is open, that they are not by themselves.
Yeah. Are you, I know the joie de vivre, I know the goodness and the joy that exists in your place where the folk come. I call it the restaurant. You're a lovely place for people to drop in and have something to eat. They need all kinds of support, but importantly, the folk need the joy of good conversation, of good camaraderie.
They would, and sometimes I don't deny I transform myself in some sort of a clown to make people, laugh, to create a kind of very friendly atmosphere where people can come upstairs and relax and read the news or joke with me, or just have a talk to the other guests that are coming in. Maybe watch a program.
On TV.
And lately, I had the idea to put an internet point inside. And with great pleasure and great satisfaction, I can tell you that I managed to get 2 youngsters a job.
Wow.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
How did that happen?
Through talking. Normally I ask everyone that comes upstairs, how are you? How things are going. Yes. And these 2 fellas, they told me they were absolutely a kind of desperate. They were on looking, waiting for benefits.
Yes, yes.
Because sometimes it takes more than 6 weeks or even further than that. And they have very, very little change.
Yes.
So I do my best to help them to find out some way out, or at least give them a hope.
Yes.
In 2 cases, I've been absolutely lucky because one got a job with Stena Line, a Scottish guy that was living in the Simon community.
Wow.
And the other one was living among others, but he was able to drive a forklift.
Yeah.
So we check out in the web page some jobs for forklift. Yeah. He's seen that, he get in touch with the company,
gosh, that's
He
great.
got forklift license
Yes.
shortly, and then he came up to say, "That's the last time you see me, because I got a job."
Wow.
And now I was absolutely filled up with joy.
Of course.
You know, those are two fantastic examples
Yeah.
on how we, as St. Vincent de Paul, we are there for the community, always to help and open to any kind of direct assistance.
Yes.
That's what is very, very important.
That was
we
huge.
did.
That was a great thing. that occurred
Absolutely
there.
great news. I'm
Absolutely
fantastically
news, yes.
delighted.
Now, when it opened, when the facility opened on Mill Street, when was that? Back in 2010?
That was back the 7th of November 2010.
2010.
Yes.
Now you're heading towards your 5-year mark.
Yes.
Compare for me, if you will, the need that existed then and the need that exists now.
Yes,
Increased.
well, the need not really increases as such, because back in 2010 we just have the 2008 crash, financial crash everywhere. So I believe in 2010 we were still getting the direct pinch
Yeah.
of people without job or money very scarce all around. So what we thought at that time, that's you know, giving people the possibility at least to have a breakfast or something hot
Yeah.
to eat, you know, just to get there to help,
Yeah.
was absolutely great. So the conference came up with this fantastic idea to open the drop-in center. And I can tell you that in the first year, after I made a few, crunch some numbers, we have seen something of 4,500 people coming through the drop-in center.
My goodness. Yeah. And that would still be the demand, would it?
As close as that. But the trend now is we have a lot of people that are coming there on a regular basis, not only just for one meal.
Yeah.
They would have breakfast, they would have lunch, and a later tea, put it that way.
Yeah. But that's not something you discourage.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I would like to see perhaps more senior citizens, which I believe it is important for some of them to meet people, to go out more often, you know, to see a different light rather than be close by themselves and, you know, maybe thinking about the past or whatever it is, but to open up their mind. I believe that is important. I would like just to see those senior citizens coming up, reading the paper, and have a talk about everything. That would be fantastic. That would be brilliant for me.
It's like a small community growing there.
Yes, that's what I wanted. That's what I wish to have.
Yeah. I think you're succeeding in that.
Very good.
The kind of people who are coming to you now, give me a profile of the folk who come to you.
Well, I cannot make one profile only because people may vary, may change, depends what they are their circumstances. We have got people coming in for a short while, then they move town or they go out. But normally are people which are not working, perhaps in benefit, and they don't know what to do. If they want something to eat, they have to go to the local outlets, fast food probably, and spend a lot of money there.
Yeah, because
Some of them, unfortunately, are addicted for some of the things they do. It could be drugs, could be alcohol. But at least they come upstairs and they have something to eat.
Yeah.
Good fresh. I cook myself.
Yes.
So something fresh, not from a packet, something fresh to it, which I believe is very important. And at the end of the day, you know, I think they feel there is some place to go.
Absolutely.
You know, just to give that,
And
that the
Mario,
wee light at the end of the tunnel.
of the tunnel, indeed. And you mentioned fast food. If they were to go to it'd be very hard to get anything from a fast food outlet for less than £2.50, £3. And if they were
Yes.
doing that twice a day for a week, that's a lot of money for some
It
people.
is, because at the end of it, I believe they may get around 60, perhaps £70 a week
Yeah.
if they are in benefit. Now, I'm sure food is not the only thing that they need.
They have electricity.
They have electricity,
Heating,
the
all that,
heating,
yeah.
yes, other bills to pay.
And then if there's family, the children, uniforms,
And the children,
school.
yes, everything, you consider all of that.
Yeah.
Even if they're getting benefit, there is very little change left in their pockets.
Yes.
Very, very, very little.
Do you find...
And that's what I want to communicate
Yeah.
there. We are there. Don't be afraid. There is no stigma. Just come upstairs, sit on the table, have a talk to me if you want to have a talk to me. But, you know, see things in a bright way, not in a dark way, because a dark way doesn't take you anywhere, just down. And I definitely don't want to do that.
Well, certainly no stigma, because I make a habit of calling into you.
I know.
And I see you quite often. And
that's very, very good.
Those of us who are blessed to have enough money to feed ourselves, we can give you something. You don't demand it.
No,
but, you won't say no.
What I would like to emphasize here is something that we are very good and we really output ourselves to help. We go at every length. It is very important, and I would like to stress that if we cannot get something in, we cannot give it out.
Yes, yes.
In other words, what I'm asking to the Newry and modern people, and perhaps whoever is watching us, to support our cause.
Yes.
There's ways and ways to do, and for many years, as far as I joined the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, people of Newry have been absolutely great. What I would ask them to do is to keep with their support, especially going to our shop at Vincent's to buy whatever they may think they need. To pay a visit to the shop, because the shop is very important for our activity.
You see, there is a real need in Newry in the present day. There's a need in Belfast. There's a need in Dublin. We are victims of the economic downturn. Indeed, and some people have great difficulty getting out of that trap. So really, wherever you're viewing in the world today, and we know you're all across the planet, if you're reaching home to Newry, a beautiful way of reaching home is to send some donation to the St. Vincent de Paul Society in Newry. And if you just put St. Vincent de Paul Society, the Cathedral Newry, that will get it. It'll be there for you. And that will be a great, great gesture, and allow Mario and the rest of the folk there to do the work they're doing.
Please help.
Yeah, please help. And these are people.
Your help is greatly appreciated, and it would be fantastic. It will give us all the weapons at our disposal to help people. It will be absolutely fantastic.
And that's what we're chasing here. And you may rest assured that the people being helped are genuinely in need of that help. They too are enormously grateful on an ongoing basis.
Yes.
So what's on the menu today, Mario?
Well, I have fresh vegetable soup.
Wow.
To start with.
I'll be in for that.
And then there is cappuccino if needed.
Cappuccino.
Coffees. I really go the extra mile to make everybody coming in happy.
That's important. We wish you well.
Thank you very much, Rowan, for giving me this opportunity to talk to so many people and, again, to plead for their help, for their support, because what are we doing is really, really good. And I'm absolutely proud of what we are doing.
As indeed am I. And please, I repeat again, if you've got a few bob, get it in the direction of the St. Vincent de Paul in the heart of Newry, and it will be used to the very best possible advantage. Mario, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rowan, to have me here. Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless.
Take care.